Former President Donald Trump and his supporters are pushing the idea that he will be put back in office by August. Now, why August? Why not July? Why not the end of June? Okay, whatever. But apparently, August it is now. And it was earlier before, it was January 20th first. And then they kept pushing it back, and pushing it back. So you see what's going to happen. Okay. And so now the thing is, the people that are pushing this conspiracy is Mike Pillow. Yes, that's My Pillow CEO, Mike Lindell. I'm just going to call him Mike Pillow. We've got Sidney Powell, Michael Flynn, all these different people. By the way, Michael Flynn just got in trouble for calling for a Myanmar-style coup with Donald Trump being reinstated to his position at the barrel of a gun. So, wonderful. They're in favor of military juntas and not actual democracy or anything resembling it, even though they claim to, well, we're in favor of democracy. Of course we are. And we just don't think, we think democracy's stolen. The whole stop the steal thing, even though we're actually going to technically steal it. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Now, look, that's not at all surprising. The far right loves dictatorships. That's why they kept putting them and installing them in power all over the world, especially in South America. So now it's not a surprise either that they want one here, because they're no longer in charge and they're throwing the longest bitch fit cry fest in history. I mean, again, this bitch fit cry fest has been going on since the Civil War, essentially. Okay. But again, it's not just your normal conservative tantrum. All right. As Business Insider notes, the anticipation of Trump reinstatement on a certain date could spread further among the most dedicated Trump supporters. The calls to help overturn the 2020 election on January 6th, for example, gained steam through a pro-Trump bus tour by a fringe group and actually led to the insurrection at the Capitol. Now, Lindell, going back to Mike Pillow, has said August is when he would go to the Supreme Court to present evidence that he's acquired that would allegedly be so convincing to the entirety of the Supreme Court, once again usurping democracy, going to the court and all, that the Supreme Court justices would be forced to overturn the election. Insane. Okay, totally insane. Now, imagine, if you will, that you live in a world where that doesn't happen. Oh, right, we don't have to imagine because that's the real world. We already live in it. Again, this is not going to happen. There's not going to be any, Supreme Court rejection 9-0, of the election. That's fantasy land. All right. Maybe a few armed idiots will try to do something stupid, get themselves or others hurt. That would be unfortunate. But it wouldn't be a coup. Not going to happen. Donald Trump, more importantly, will not get reinstated. But that, of course, will not stop MAGA supporters from literally showing how undemocratic they actually are. In fact, they probably hate democratic governance simply for the fact that it has the word Democrat in it. Just say. Now, here is, I want to show you a report from somebody who's been covering Trump supporters on CNN. So this is a part of a report from Donnie O'Sullivan. Take a look.
Biden is he's like a puppet president. The military is in charge. It's going to be like Myanmar. What's happening in Myanmar? The military is doing their own investigation, and at the right time, they're going to be restoring the republic with Trump as president.
What's going on in Myanmar right now? The government took over, and they're redoing the election, correct? That could possibly happen here, possibly.
Would you like to see it happen?
Absolutely.
I would like to see it happen. Really? Yes.
You know why? Because the election was stolen from us.
Donnie joins us now. So I understand Michael Flynn appears to have made additional comments about this controversy. What's he now saying?
That's right, Anderson. He is today saying that his words have been twisted somehow, that he is not actually calling for a coup. But look, I mean, you heard the comments there in that piece, and essentially this QAnon conference was devoted to overturning the results of the election. You heard Sidney Powell there talking about a potentially new inauguration day. And, you know, this talk of a coup is something that has been circulating for months now in the QAnon conspiracy theory world that both Powell and Flynn live in. And, you know, I spend a lot of time reading a lot of these pro-Trump forums, these QAnon forums online, and speaking to Trump supporters. And I will say, of all the conspiracy theories we hear and all the different ideas, this talk from Americans about a coup, cheering on a coup and hoping for a coup in the United States is one of the most chilling things that I hear on the road.
All right, so look, good reporting there, obviously. Isn't it amazing? There are literally people that are like, oh no, Myanmar coup. Yeah, we're down. We're down for it. I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry. Huh? Did you just say you wanted a military takeover of the United States? That's insanity. Complete and utter insanity. And remember, going back to the poll, I believe it was yesterday that I talked about this, where 15% of Americans, I believe, said, no, American patriots have to be a storm. That's, I think that was 20% for the storm. We're going to sweep out all the elites and restore the real leaders. And this is all related. Complete and utter insanity. And again, all right. The other thing is just to be an ass. Minimar? Really? Minimar. No, these people. These fucking people. I can't handle it. Yeah, just like a Minimar, bruh. Oh my God. All right, anyway, nonsense point made. But anyway, as far as this talk goes, it's been going on for a long time. Again, I mentioned the Civil War. Yeah, this is Civil War stuff, where the same people literally try to create their own country. And since they lost, they've been trying to find a way to take over ours. They want to make it into a far-right, Christian conservative, pro-corporate, anti-LGBTQIA+, white ethno-state. That's it. That's why it boggles my mind that there are some on the left that say, "Oh no, we can ally, we can have a red-brown alliance." But no, this is what we're having. This is what you would be allying with. Yeah. But you don't understand. They're anti-establishment. Being anti-establishment doesn't mean that you can be my ally. No, what we should have is an alliance with the multi-ethnic, multicolored working class. Okay? I'm sorry, but the real working class in this country is brown and black. Now, the upper and what's left of the middle class is overwhelmingly white. And I'm sorry, but if you're going to try to have a socialist working class movement that isn't intersectional, well, you're not really going to have a real socialist movement. I'm just saying. If white upper middle class and middle class people want to join in and be allies, well, wonderful, great. But the real power behind an actual socialist movement is going to be driven by brown and black people, the ones that are stuck at minimum wage jobs, that are, living in poverty as a result of racist systems put in by the establishment. Okay. And again, the reason I bring up the socialist movement on the left is because this is what the right is doing. That's their movement. That's what they're trying to do. A white-centric violent coup with, to put in an alleged dipshit billionaire, not alleged dipshit, but just dipshit alleged billionaire at the center, which is backed by Proud Boys, Boogaloo, white nationalists, KKK, and QAnon, who literally want to start a race war in the United States versus, again, what I advocate for, a real working class movement that includes all workers, led by black and brown voices. That's it. That's it. I, for one, not in favor of working with fascists. Because at the end of the day, you look at the ultimate goal of fascists, I want no part of that. None. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and share with your friends. You can subscribe and help out the channel by becoming a patron. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf, or you can become a channel member as well by hitting the join button below.